If you had to literally live in a book or a movie or even a TV series, what would you choose? What book or movie would you choose to literally live in that world?
Yellowstone.
Okay, interesting.
Yellowstone. Yeah, Kevin Costner's and Taylor Sheridan wrote it. And I just think that which character I would be, I've got no idea, but I just think that it's absolutely brilliant depiction of it's Montana, but it's a sort of what was that phrase you used, Zoe? Manifest destiny.
Yes.
That every character in that, they don't blame anybody else. They get on with it, with what's happening. They are in charge of their destiny. He's going to hold on to his land, against all the developers and whatever's is coming. He'll take on whoever it is to do it. And interestingly, he has a lot of empathy and cuts a deal with Rainwater, the native the native Indian chief there. So yeah, yeah, I would want to be in Yellowstone.
Very cool. That would be an interesting thing to live in. Do
Hey,
you
what
have a
about
kind
you?
of question? Oh, for me? I, you know, I love such a broad variety of things. So when I first considered that question, when Kimberly asked that, my mind went a hundred different directions. But I settled on Anne of Green Gables. I love the peace of that story, the peace of the environment, even among the people when they didn't agree with each other or did not really like what the other person did. It was still so polite in how they reacted and how they verbalized, and they still just lived their life. And I love that. So that's what I would live in.
Yeah, and of course, other guy wants to be, and I should have said this actually, but I'll stick with this. He wants to be Jack Reacher in the
Yes.
childhood, but doesn't he? So I should have pumped that, but I'll have to stick now with my original answer.
I liked your
No,
original answer. I think that was a good
I'm
one.
changing. I'm moderating my original. I want to be Jack Reacher in Yellowstone.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah,
Is there a
see
book in
what
that for
happens with
you,
that.
maybe? Sounds like maybe a future story.
I don't know how we would do that one. Oh,
I have this idea myself for a book, and I'm not sure I'll do it, but I have this idea of like, what if you had like an old west story that spans into the World War II time frame, and you've got certain family members that are are without within a chain within this story. So you have these two old west gunslingers, one who's from the states, one who had been from Russia but relocated to the states, and they had been pitted against each other, but then they chose not to fight after all. But then their
right.
successive generations somehow wound up embroiled in whatever, and potentially fighting. But I have this like idea for that story that I am still trying to flesh out.
Oh, that's a good story, but it'll take a lot of fleshing out.
It will.
Lot
It's
of
just
what
broad
I
strokes right now.
yeah, yeah. Well, what did I do? The broad strokes have to survive contact with the written word. That's the
Yes, so true.
thing.
But I thought about that the other day. I was listening to the musician Tom Petty. Is that
Yes,
familiar?
yes,
That
Tom
sounds
Petty. I know.
familiar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he had
yeah.
this song I used to listen to when I was a teenager, and it was called Two Gunslingers. And that was kind of what spurred that idea for, ooh, what if I wrote this story about this, and then if I could like span it to the
Yeah,
future.
yeah.
So
Oh,
inspiration
that's yeah.
comes
No,
from
I
many
like
places.